That's why I'm so particular about who I let in, because it can get dangerous. And so many times I have taken people that I love dearly and pedestalized them for behavior that they didn't exhibit, but I projected onto them when they weren't loyal. I was simply loyal to them, and so therefore my assumptions were, well, they have to be just as loyal to me, right?
Genira Design Studio.
What is up, y'all? It's your girl Lala, aka Chelle, aka Chelle, aka Michelle, my belle. Excuse me being out of breath. I did just finish working out, but I have to get to my homework because my professors do not play. They don't. So I'm doing homework and talking to y'all because I got to time manage, right? Or manage my time. Y'all know what I meant. Anywho, today's content is about self-love because y'all know I love the vlogs, I love the cooking videos, I love the lives. While you're here, follow me on Kick because that's the only place I go live. YouTube is way too restrictive for my taste. We have a lot more fun on Kick. Anywho, I love all of those things, but there are times when I have to get on here and talk about life's lesson, and I'm going to talk to you about mine. No, this isn't a subliminal. This is legit me sharing with y'all the things I learned the hard way so that you do not have to. With that being said, one of the hardest things that I have had to learn on my self-love journey was not accountability. I can tell myself when I was wrong. I don't mind. I can sit back and reevaluate and say, man, I wish I handled that person differently, and accept the consequences of not handling them properly. But what hurts me the most is when I look at people who I trust and I love. I take my circle very seriously because the people you surround yourself don't just impact you on a social level. They don't just impact you on a physical level. They impact you on a spiritual level. When people be like, oh, you are who you hang with. I used to be one of the main people that be like, no, because I had homegirls who did stuff that I didn't agree with, but I just loved them as my homegirls, so I didn't judge. But on a spiritual level, I'm sure that their demons definitely probably affected me, right? At a minimum, they tried to attach to me and get me to do some of the stuff they was doing, right? Because sometimes after acceptance goes, well, it's not really that bad, and acceptance can turn into participation if you're not careful. I'm not saying judge your friends, I'm saying choose them wisely. Anywho, I take my circle very serious, and one of the hardest things I had to do during my self-love journey is identify people that I love and I trusted that were doing things that were not productive to me and my growth. And in this moment, I'm going to tell you it is okay to be selfish when it comes to your growth, when it comes to your spirituality. Sparing people's feelings at your mental health, physical, and spiritual health expense is not the move, because in most cases they would not do the same thing for you. With that being said, let's talk about the hardest part, shall we? One of the hardest things I had to do, again, was recognize the people in my circle who were not doing things or exhibiting behavior that was for me. I have had so many people in my life because, once I let you in, that's why I'm so particular about who I let in, because it can get dangerous. Once I let you in, you pretty much can get away with almost anything, because I've already watched you. How do I want to say it? I've already identified your behaviors, things that you may do that I don't care for but are not deal breakers. So once I let you in, I'm really, really laxed on my observations. And so many times I have taken people that I love dearly and pedestalized them for behavior that they didn't exhibit, but I projected onto them because I love them. You're probably like, Chelle, what are you talking about? There are so many people who I was like, oh, they so loyal, when they weren't loyal. I was simply loyal to them, and so therefore my assumptions were, well, they have to be just as loyal to me, right? Because I trust them and I love them, and they know that. And somebody who says they love me back wouldn't hurt me, right? And I was wrong. I've had people where I look at situations and I'm like, bro, they're using me. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, for somebody like me, feeling like people you love and care about use you is one of the worst freaking feelings in the world. I know a lot of people see me and it's like, oh, Chelle, the content creator, my subscribers are going up. I'm getting a little more recognition from the outside world or what have you. But I'm just me. Like, when I come to you as a friend, When I come to you as a sister, a cousin, a home, a homegirl, a best friend, a wife, whatever you want to call it, I'm just me. I'm not Chelle, the content creator. Content creation is my passion, is my art, it's what I do, but it's not necessarily who I am. When I come to you, I'm just Chelle. I'm Chelle, the guarded sometimes because my trust has been broken too many times. I'm Chelle, the goofball. I'm Chelle, the introvert. I'm Chelle, you could say the weirdo, because we could be talking and a word you say will trigger songs and I'll just randomly sing them. I'm those things. I don't come to y'all as Chelle the YouTuber. But it's been so many instances where I bring people into my circle because they present themselves as my friend. They pretend to understand my plight. And then they proceed to play in my face. They pretend to be my friend because they're using me for access that they think I have. They pretend to be my friend because they're using me for freebies that they think I'll get. They pretend to be my friend in hopes that I'll put them on my platform to help push their platform. And the worst part about it is, I'll naturally do all of these things for you if we're cool. You don't have to play me. And I have come into a season where I have to face the hard, honest truth that not everybody I love loves me back. Or at least in a way I want them to. And I want to go further into that. It's not to say that they're bad people. Some people can't show you what they don't know. Some people can't show you the level of loyalty you show because that's not what they know or what they're used to. Some people can't show you the level of support you show because it's not what they know or what they're used to. They just can't. It doesn't make them bad people. It just means that you will reach certain stages in your life where you may have to accept that you are no longer compatible with the people you love. And one of my biggest struggles with that is once I realized that, not wanting to, fighting the urge to turn up on them. Because my brain tells me it's natural and it's common to grow apart. But my heart is like, how dare you? I don't let many people in, so when the few that I let in make me regret it, it's a different kind of hurt. We often talk about breakup hurt and trying to recover from that. Breakup hurt ain't got nothing, and I mean nothing. I don't care if you was married with 30 kids. Relationship breakup hurt ain't got nothing on when you gotta break up with friends and family. I don't care what nobody say, fight me in the comments. There ain't a lover I done had to walk away from, including ones that I love, that hurt me more than when I had to walk away from friends and certain family members. I ain't gonna hold you, all my family members, we ain't been tight like glue, so some of them I could walk away with no problem. Like I could walk away and then go to Chick-fil-A and get me some waffle fries. But then there have been others that I walk away from and it broke my heart. Because first I gotta deal with the betrayal in itself, right? If it's a betrayal situation. Again, sometimes you just grow apart, it's not betrayal. Then I gotta deal with fighting the fact that I wanna beat myself up for not noticing it sooner. I want to make this clear. Consider this your PSA. In 2024, I am no longer overplaying my position. This is not a New Year's resolution. I don't make New Year's resolutions at the beginning of the year. I make my resolutions at the start of the spring equinox. Funny, it's almost here. But in 2024, I declare I am no longer surrounding myself with people who are not for me. I'm not. And just in case y'all thought I didn't notice, even though I'm making my declaration in 2024, know that I noticed way before. I don't just wake up one day and walk away from people. I wake up and feel like there's a need to change, and then I pay attention, weigh my options, and make the decision as to what the change is going to be. So for all of you who only hit me up when your girlfriends, when your boyfriends, husbands, wife, fiancés, or whatever aren't available, understand I noticed. For all of you people who only hit me up when your homegirls, homeboys, or who whatever you're a part of, when none of them hit you up, I noticed. Because once I invite you in my circle, I pay attention to everything about you. So when I be seeing you and your friends posting a bunch of stuff or y'all kicking it, and then I see that die down and all of a sudden I get that hey girl text, I noticed, y'all. And this is not, make no mistake about it, I understand people need their space. And sometimes when it comes to growing, God will isolate you, meaning you don't even have the desire to be around anybody. I know the signs of depression. I know anxiety all too well. I have a clinical diagnosis of it. Trust me, I know. I know those things. So I'm not penalizing people for that. But I'm going to do some math before I make my decision. I noticed when you and your wife was real tight, posting with her twin, where have you been, head ass. I noticed when y'all are posting that, right? And then all of a sudden, y'all not posting that no more. And then you want some, hey girl, let's go on vacation together. You're not going to use me. You not. And I'm not even one of those high demand friends that you got to be in my face all the time or most of the time. Baby, I'm an introvert. I like being by myself. But I do notice when you're using me for entertainment and company. And just so you're aware, that hurts. Not that you care, because if you're the person doing that, you're probably selfish anyway. But that hurts, and I'm not taking it no more. And no, I'm not going to start no argument with you. I'm not going to turn up on you. I'm just going to give you you. I'm going to be just as unavailable as you. I'm going to be just as fickle as you until we have a conversation. And it's not about being petty. It's about, I've learned a lot of people don't acknowledge their behavior simply off of a conversation. I've noticed some people, you got to make them feel them for them to be like, oh, because their ego will be so attached to what they do that when you say, hey, this is how you coming off, ain't no way. Ain't no, you the problem. Male or female. This is not a subliminal. This ain't gender specific. I'm just speaking real. And I say this to my audience. Start putting you first. I don't mean put you first as in step on people, steal from people, be conniving. I mean when you see that person isn't treating you the way you deserve and want to be treated, stop making excuses for them. Have a conversation to make sure it's not no mental health stuff. And if they're like, oh no, I'm cool, start making some changes in your life. And that's where I'm at. I am going where I am loved, I'm going where I'm nurtured, and I'm going where I am wanted because that's what I give other people. And I am also holding myself accountable. I've gotten to a point where I had to be vulnerable with my loved ones and be like, look, I'm not in a good mental health space, so if I'm out of touch, it ain't y'all, it's me. So that they can know I'm not on that other type of time. Start choosing you. People with big hearts will guilt trip themselves when they start holding people accountable whom they originally determined was worth trusting. Who they originally determined, hey, I love you. Who they originally determined, I want you around. It is okay to say, you know what? For a long time, I thought you were my people. Or I thought you were my person. But I'm slowly starting to realize either you never were, or because of my growth, you're not anymore. I'm no longer accepting y'all breadcrumbs of friendships or relationships. I'm not. And I'm going to start calling y'all out. For those of y'all who only be like, hey, Chelle, when you see me in a public setting, do y'all know it's people that claim to be cool with me and don't even acknowledge me in a public setting unless somebody else go, oh, hey, Chelle. Then all of a sudden, that's my friend, that's my sis, lying through their teeth because they don't give a damn about me any other time. If y'all don't think I noticed that, I do. People on my Facebook list do it. People InWorld do it. People on IG, TikTok do it. Y'all don't fool with me any other time. But we besties as soon as you see me get any type of recognition. Whether it's from an everyday person, which I consider myself an everyday person, or if it's from like a business or someone that's much more popular. Y'all don't even look my way. Don't ask me how I'm doing. Nothing. Until you see somebody else recognize me. Somebody might share my post and you under the post, that's my friend. You ain't gave two flips about me. I'm not accepting that in 2024. I don't know if some of y'all noticed, but some of y'all that be doing that, I don't even like your comment no more. I don't say nothing. And quiet as it's kept, if you do it under my post where I share somebody sharing me to say thank you and you want to jump there to be seen, I'll delete your comment because play with somebody else. In 2024, let's normalize not dealing with fake people no matter how it hurts. Let's normalize holding people accountable who don't treat you the way you deserve no matter how it hurts. And number 3, let's be prepared for when that accountability shows, they are going to give you a negative reaction. Because a lot of people don't like to hear anything other than you're the best at everything you do and I love you. They don't like to hear what you did or what you said hurt me. They don't like to hear you have not been present for me the way I have for you. They don't like to hear you don't make space for me the way I make it for you. But you better tell them anyway. With that being said, life termination for you is never the answer. Reach out to those entities that are readily available to talk you through the situation, because if you weren't here tomorrow, I would miss you. I love y'all to life. Be safe and stay dangerous. Peace.